Happy New Year. If you're starting out a new fiscal year now in January, or you're just beginning the preparations for a new fiscal year that begins somewhere else, maybe June. Well, today's conversation, I want to share with you the most important thing to do once you've set your budget and you're ready to start your new fiscal year. Hi, I'm Teresa Clark, and I'm a CPA with over 25 years of experience serving 501c3 nonprofits. I've both worked inside the organization as a CFO and external to the organization as an independent auditor in a CPA firm. And so, my mission to help nonprofit organizations is really to help them answer the money questions so that they can achieve financial success and accomplish their mission. You can think of me as a strategic partner to help you master the money. For more resources, you can visit my website, teresaclark.com. Okay, let's begin by reminding ourselves what a budget is. Well, it's not just some tedious thing we have to do. It's actually a plan that's meant to remove some pain by giving you clear stewardship of your resources. It's like a business plan. Really, it's part of your business plan as a nonprofit. It's outlining where the money is going to come from, how volatile those sources are so that you know what to watch and how you might need to pivot. And also, very importantly, telling those dollars, those funds, where they will go. So it aligns our spending plans with our program priorities. So we shouldn't be doing budgets absent vision and direction of the programs we're going to do, but it brings those two things together. And it sets some boundaries for you on decisions that you'll need to make throughout the year. One of those is staffing. Knowing what your salary budget is, knowing where you're at with that will help you to know whether or not you can make those personnel decisions that are hot on your desk today. All right, for many nonprofit executive directors and boards, we set a budget and then we just kind of put it off on the shelf, or maybe we enter it into the software and forget about it. And then a few months go on and down the road, we look and we go, oh, we should look at our budget and see how we're doing. And I want to tell you, the budget is really one of the most valuable tools that you have. And I want to give you some tips on how to use it effectively. Number one, allocate your budget out. See, chances are your income and expenses are not earned evenly over the year. Chances are that one month is not like the next, or the one 6 months from now. Some examples that I've seen is maybe you have a nonprofit, you have a fundraising event for your nonprofit. Well, then that income is concentrated in the month of the year that you have your event, or maybe the month prior to that and the month of the event, right? So say that you have an event that you do for one of your programs, and it's an outreach event, and that outreach event happens in a specific month of the year. Well, the costs that are budgeted for that major outreach, they don't need to be distributed 1/12, one to every month of the year. Instead, they should be budgeted for in the period of time in which the event happens. Okay, so things that you're not sure on, well, then just choose the annual distribution, or the 1/12 or 8.3% allocation. And I'm saying all this because I am sure that your software that you're putting your budget into, even if you're using QuickBooks, it does this, allows you to allocate your budget. So that's the step that you're going to do here, is go into your software, put the allocations in, spend some time thinking about this. Now, guess what? This has made your budget a cash flow planning tool. Now use it. Now, using this means run this report that shows the budget that's been distributed across the calendar year. At the end of each month, you see whether there's a positive number or a negative number. Positive numbers would mean more income comes in than expenses go out. Other times of the year, you might have the exact opposite. I know a nonprofit who does their largest fundraiser in the fall, and throughout the year, they actually can run at a deficit. But when that major fundraiser comes, they raise their funding to keep them going for at least a whole nother year. So I just want to remind you that this information you're putting in becomes a great tool to get out. So how do you use it? Well, you're going to use this information to set expectations of what your monthly financial results would be, and then evaluate your actual results to that. So let's say it's January and you're expecting January to be a month that's a deficit of $20,000. So you expect to spend more than you bring in by 20,000. Well, the end of January, when you're running your financial reports, look at your actual numbers and see, did we come close to that? Or was there a larger than planned deficit? Okay, that gives you something to dial in on and look at to see if there's some changes you can be made or there's some income declines that you need to pivot and respond to. Then the next thing is that you want to use your monthly information to plan for what to do with your excess cash. Yeah, I'm saying excess cash because I hope that's what you have. If you happen to be in a place where you're not operating with much cash and needing to borrow, well, the tool works too, but I hope you don't find yourself there for very long. We want to get out of that so we can sustain our mission. But let's say you have the excess cash. Well, if you know what months of the year are your leanest, then you can take advantage in this current market of some really great opportunities for CDs. CDs require you, or certificates of deposit require you to commit to a period of time. So maybe you need to commit to having those funds put away for 3 months or 6 months. And you can tell from your cash flow budget allocation, oh, we're going to be great because we don't start needing those funds until we get into the fall. And so we've got a good 3 to 6 months that we could stagger those CDs out and still have our cash when we need it. So the tool becomes a cash flow planning tool, an investment planning tool that can increase your earnings potential and help your nonprofit make some money off of the money that you're holding for times when you're going to need it. All right. Well, your budget is a roadmap, a guide to your financial success. And I hope this inspires you to move into a process that makes your budget and your financial reports more of a decision tool, a tool that helps you to take action for your mission. If you found this to be helpful, then I want to invite you to subscribe right here where you're watching. Or if you'd like to make sure you get these weekly tips, I can deliver them to your inbox if you'll come and sign up at teresaclark.com/blog.